Do you want to know the best way to improve your credit score? Improve your budgeting and spending practices. Watch this episode and see why and how. Welcome to the Everyday CPA channel, helping small business owners and families better manage their businesses and their families. This program will help you learn and adopt strategies and tactics on business and family accounting and budgeting, credit management and improvement, and ways to build and grow savings to help you compete, win, and succeed, and hopefully live a happier, healthier life. Hello, this is Kelly. I'm the CEO at EveryDayCPA. I hope everybody's having a terrific day. I've got a guest today on the credit repair, credit improvement business. At the heart of all personal financial management and budgeting is the outcome of that, of good practices or bad practices, can be credit scoring, credit rating reductions, and there seems to be a whole burgeoning industry around credit repair. So I've got a guy today who's the founder of a company called New Beginnings, and I think he's got some good ideas, and I wanted to interview him to see what he sees is going on in the credit repair business today, especially in light of what's happening with this COVID-19, and people haven't been able to make payments on rent and certainly credit cards, student loans, all of that stuff. It's been a challenging year for many people. So I thought I'd get a guy who knows the credit industry pretty well. He's the founder of New Beginnings, and it's David Ingram. I'd like to get David on there now. David, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, Kelly. Thank you.
David, how are you doing?
I'm doing awesome. I really appreciate the opportunity to come on today. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm glad to see somebody that's smiling that's in the credit repair business. When people talk about credit scores, normally they're frowning, they're unhappy. So great, good. Let's be positive about this.
Yeah, well, I've been able to help a lot of people. So, so there's no reason not to smile,
All right. Well, let's get right to it. David, you started this company. In full disclosure, I want to tell you that I'm a big fan of Intuit's Mint program, and Intuit also owns the Credit Karma. I don't think they're a competitor of yours, but at least I want to put that out there. But I'd like to start by saying, at its core, Mint is designed to help individuals and households with budgeting and spending management, and I'm doing some work with Mint to help them get this product and service kind of well positioned. But one of the things that I see out there, and tell me if you agree with this, is, well, I'll ask you this question. What do you think the intersection or relationship is between good budgeting and spending practices and credit scores specifically?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that credit card utilization and credit card payments, making your payments on time, those are the two main ways your credit score is calculated. So budgeting is incredibly important. Making your payments on time, having a budget to go on, making sure that you're not using too much of your available credit. Those are the two main factors of your credit score. A lot of people think owning a home or, a car payment but those actually calculate very small, 10 to 15% of the scores. The majority of your score is how you pay your bills and how much of your debt to income ratio is. So
I'm going to say that, I'm going to restate that just because I want to emphasize this. Because I've been saying this to the Mint people and to my clients. And we do a lot of work in the tax resolution business, and that's where we help a taxpayer that got themselves into a jam and can't pay their tax bill.
Yeah.
And one of the ways we help them is put them on what I'll call for this purpose an IRS approved budget.
Okay.
And we think the Mint program is perfect for that. We try to set it up so that it's correlated with that. But I want to restate what you just said for emphasis. You're saying that the best way to improve or maintain or enhance your credit score is practice good budgeting tactics. Is
Yes.
that accurate?
Yeah, that's accurate. That's yes.
Do you want to say it one more time just so people get it?
Well, the thing is if you don't have a budget, I mean, and if you're not paying, okay, so maybe I can handle some of the issues people normally that I work with will get into. And we'll talk about this later with COVID and how that impacted payments and stuff. But, the worst thing that you can do is not make a credit card or a bill payment utility. If you're not making the payments on time, that can get you in a lot of trouble with your credit score, especially if it's a longer period of time. So the first month you miss, it's bad, but the second and then especially the third month, it really impacts your credit score. So late payments have a big impact on your credit score. Also, using too much credit, so if let's say you have $1,000 available credit, you never want to use more than 25% of that going into the following month. So if you used all 1,000, you want to pay back, 750 at least to make sure that you're using under 25% of your credit card utilization. So budgeting is very important when it comes to your credit score.
Okay. I see a lot of credit repair companies out there. It seems to be I think I said in the introduction, a burgeoning industry. I don't know. There are people promoting this all over the place. I guess similar to the tax resolution business, in a lot of businesses, you have good players and bad players, honest ones and dishonest ones.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you guys have any monopoly on that, but you certainly hear a lot of dodgy stories or dodgy characters and anecdotes. What's your opinion on that, and how can one select a credit repair company? How does one go about that? Give us 3 tips on how to pick somebody.
Yeah, well, one is reputable. Is the person personable? Are they reputable? Do they know what they're doing? Do they understand what it is that they're doing? A lot of people will try to fake it till they make it, and that's probably not the best way to go. You really want to know that this person knows what they're doing. The second is, do they have a affordable package? Do they cover all of the different things that you're going to need? Or do they just individually charge for each item? Like, just for instance, for all of the different negative items that a person would have on their credit score, some credit repair companies will charge for each item that they dispute. So I've had customers that's had 45 items that needed disputed. We'll dispute all 45 at the same time. But other companies will charge them, each item at a time, and just nickel and dime them to death. Another thing that I have seen more than once that's very alarming, I think, is this method of they just to get their debt down, they'll get these people into this thing where they say it's going to fix their credit and it's going to lower their debt. But what they do is they basically tell them not to pay any of their bills. And for till they get into a charge off situation. Like, I've worked with one couple, they were in that situation where they had said, don't pay anything. And they didn't pay anything for several months. And then these people that they were working with went in to negotiate a lower payoff on things, which absolutely wrecked their credit score. And immediately dropped their credit scores And I mean, so that's a very dangerous practice that I've seen more than once.
Okay, so let me ask you this. So I one of the things I see is that you get those 45 items or 5 items, whatever it is. And I've heard that there's a tactic whereby you get more attention if you handwrite a letter versus of disputing something versus issuing one of these standard form letters. Everybody seems to, you can buy software that does that. And in the accounting business, I looked at, should Everyday CPA take that on? Because a number of clients have that. And we think, well, should we help them with that? And so I looked at some software, and there seemed to be some software out there that you have some canned letters that go out and say, I dispute X, Y, and Z. And is there any credibility to don't create these form letters because they could easily detect that it's a form letter versus writing a handwritten letter? They wouldn't want mine because they couldn't read my handwriting.
Well, that it is all there's all, there are governing laws behind, the credit scores and how that works. And so when you're disputing an item, you send in your dispute letters. Creditors have 45 days to verify the situation. So whether that's a handwritten letter or typed letter or canned letter, the main issue is the personal information that's included in the letter. Because, if I've pulled your credit report and you've got, these particular items that are on the report, and then I just send in a letter that says, I dispute whatever you might find. That's not it. It has to be very specific as to what is the items being disputed. So I'm not sure about the canned letters, but all I know is that when we dispute items, it has to be exactly, what is being disputed, and it needs to be,
Okay. Great. All right. We're going to run out of time here, but I want to make sure I get 3 bullet points on 2 topics.
Okay.
Number 1, 3 things that trigger a decline in credit scores.
Okay. So 3 things that would trigger a decline in your credit score. 1, stop making payments. Obviously,
Okay.
That's going to tank it fast.
Okay.
Another one is overutilization of your credit. So
Okay.
Overutilization. And then another one that happens quite a lot is too many inquiries. If you're trying to get a new credit card and you keep getting your credit score ran, it's going to stay on your credit card for 2 years. So multiple inquiries makes it look like you're desperate, and that impacts your credit score very quickly.
Okay. Well, one thing, let's take number 2 there, overutilization of credit. I found this out myself with an Amex that I have. I got in a heated dispute with them this last month where I pay it off every month, and they show that, and so I pay it by the payment due date. But this particular month, they showed that they had reported a balance of whatever, $5,000. And I said, what the heck is that about? I pay it off every month. He said, no, that's the statement cutoff date, right? So there's a difference between the cutoff date and the payment date. And I said, well, why the heck aren't they matched? If I don't want any balance showing on my credit, I should be able to pay it when the payment's due. And they said, no, you got to pay it by the date that the cutoff date.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's true. And then sometimes, and they have like a 2-week. They have like a 2 week.
Yeah, 2 weeks. Right. Yeah.
So it's better actually to send your payment when you first receive it, not to wait until.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So I think for number 2, if utilization of credit is a significant determinant of score and rating, then people need to pay it, not the due date, but the cutoff date.
Yeah.
Statement?
It's best as soon as you get it in the mail, if that's how you get it, to go ahead and pay it.
Okay. How do people get a hold of you, David, if you want business? I assume you're looking for new clients and customers. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah. They can. I don't know if we can put a link, but they can contact me through the Facebook, through the webpage. They can call me and reach me here any which way.
All right. And that's New Beginnings Today?
Yeah. New Beginnings Today, Inc. Yeah.
What's the domain name for your website?
For the website, if it's just, it's easiest just to go to facebook.com/ New Beginnings. Is it NEW? Hold on, let me just look. It's New Beginnings BTINC.
New Beginnings BTI. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I got it here. All right. Maybe Doug can post that up.
Yeah, maybe.
I think it says New BTINC. Right?
Yeah, new BTINC. That's the easiest way. And then they can connect with me in all the different other ways.
Great. All right, Doug. David, thanks for your time. Appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Have a wonderful day.
Yeah. That's it for me. Thanks for listening. Welcome to the Everyday CPA channel, helping small business owners and families better manage their businesses and their families. This program will help you learn and adopt strategies and tactics on business and family accounting and budgeting, credit management and improvement, and ways to build and grow savings to help you compete, win, and succeed, and hopefully live a happier, healthier life.